There are three gifts. The past offers insight. The future holds out hope. The present is a platform for peace. Your peace. No one else can stand in it. You stand in it alone. Remember that. Don't forget that. But when you find yourself in grief, and many of us are right now, it's time to reframe your past. It's time to adjust the mirrors so that you can see behind you and just see how fortunate you actually are. You have made some really good decisions. You are doing well. You are moving. You are growing. When you find yourself in a state of fear or any form of anxiety, you know what that means? That means you're living out in the future. But you're not in the future yet. So you know what you need to do? You need to refocus your lenses to encompass your best possible outcome. Because you're trying to get out there. So just see where your best possible outcome is and aim for that. It's not wrong to aim. But what if all you do is aim? What if you don't live here and now? What if you're not present? What is that called? Are you existing? Are you even here? Are you with us? I feel like so many of us, and I'm not excluding myself because I used to live in the future. And then for a time I lived in the past because I missed some of the stuff that I had back there. And I hoped that something better was out there. But where I needed to be was right here on my platform for peace, my present. Say that every time to yourself that you're out there or back there. My platform for peace is my presence. My platform for peace is my presence. I'm right here, right now. What is in my experience at this moment that I can enjoy? Sometimes I remember I was in so much pain that I desperately looked around on the ground for something and I saw a bee and it found a flower. And I literally started crying because it was like, oh my God. Okay, you reached your goal. I can too. Let's do it. Every time you're in that space that hurts because you want something back there, you can't turn around. I'm sorry, guys. That's not how life works. You can't turn around. Every time. What right here, right now? What is here that can be your joy in the presence, in the present moment? My son Taze taught me a valuable lesson. We had driven to a beautiful place where there was beautiful stream, mountains, greenery, and we were in the hot springs. It was so gorgeous. And all I could see is what I didn't have because I was in the past. I was missing my husband. I was missing my oldest son. And I was pouting. And my son, Taze, he said, Mom, I'm right here. You're right here. Let's enjoy it. We don't know how long this will last. And I straightened up. And we had a beautiful day. We went and bought some rocks, some of which are right here. We bought a crazy hat. We had a beautiful lunch. We had a dip in the pool. We had a hike. That's what you need to do. Every time that you're stuck in the past, find your platform, find your presence, find your peace. Now, a lot of people are giving feedback right now to us that they are in anxiety. And if you're watching this during the coronavirus ordeal, you are probably in anxiety too. So, how do you deal with anxiety? Remember, anxiety is something that you have not yet experienced, but that you are in fear of. So, you're projecting something awful is in my road, and I'm going to get there and it's going to hurt really bad. I was totally there. I promise you. Once one or two really hurtful things happen to you, you're no longer invincible, and you get that. You're like, oh wow, bad things can happen to me, and they do, and it hurts, and I don't like it. And that's where you start living in the anxiety, which is really projecting yourself into the future, and that's not even possible because you're always in the present, but your mind is in the future. So, what do? First of all, find your roots. It's extremely important that at that point you root down into what is. So sometimes, I'm saying if you're having an anxiety attack, a real physical thing that happens to your body, it's a fight or flight response. It comes from some people call it reptilian brain. I mean, it's just your survival instinct, right? You are ready to do something, run away from something or do something, but there's nothing to do because you're in this state of what if I have to do something. I know, it feels absolutely horrible. Okay, your chest is just pounding and you can't think straight. I was so there. So here's a very easy thing to do. First of all, breathe. Okay? Because what happens in your body when you are gearing up to fight or flight? I mean, let's just literally think you've never run from a dinosaur. I get that. But have you ever been in a fight? Has anybody ever threatened you? Has anything bad happened in your life where you went, okay, so what did you do? You're breathing really hard, okay? Right. You know why? Because you're pumping adrenaline. There are chemical changes happening in your body. That's why it feels so awful to not do anything. Because, heck, if you start running, you're good. If you start fighting, you honestly feel good. But when there's nothing to be done, when you're just sitting at home going, oh, that hurts because all those chemicals are going through your body. And there's nothing for them to do. They have no purpose. So first of all, find your presence, okay? Breathe. Now, when you breathe in forcefully, I'm talking about take the steering wheel away from your subconscious because it is the one that's driving at the moment. Hey, gotta do something. Something bad is gonna happen. Take it away. Don't breathe like this. Okay, ready? Just now just take some deep breaths. And it's good. Breathe from your belly, okay? You can take a deep breath in. You can actually hold it for a minute. And you can just let it go. Now, instantaneously, that gives a little signal back up into your brain that's going, we're in panic mode, to calm back down. You took the wheel, okay? That's the very first step. Breathe. And if you would like to learn how to breathe on a regular daily basis to train your body to go back to that calm space, there will be more videos on just that. But for now, let's just focus on, in the moment, breathe. Okay? Let's just take 4 breaths that come from your belly. You bring it up, you sustain it for a minute, and you let it back out. Okay? The next thing you need to do is realize where you are. So actually feel the substance that is actually energy in your presence. Like, I'm feeling my desk. Feel your chair. Feel your legs. Whatever you want to feel. If you have a cat or a dog, feel it. Feel your body. And that gets you out of the future and into the present. Isn't it weird? But that does it. I promise you, that does it. Okay? Now, the next thing you need to do after you realize that I'm Shantae and I'm sitting on a desk and it feels hard. It feels a little cold because it's the evening time. Tell yourself how it feels. You need to center yourself. So realize what's actually happening. There is a fear. Right now, there's a fear that you could be getting sick, that your loved ones could be getting sick, and possibly even leaving planet Earth. But let's just center ourselves in what is now. I am here. I am sitting on my desk. And I am talking to my friends. And I want you to say it out loud, what you're doing. I don't care if you're sitting on the couch watching TV. Say it. And that will tell your brain where you are. Okay, that's all for now. I want you to try that. And I want you to remember that wherever you stand is where you are. Don't try to live in the past, and don't try to reach out and live in the future. This is your platform. Your presence is your platform for peace. Dig into the moment and feel your power. I am Shanti, and so are you. We used to get by, and now we grow through.